Hey guys, this is Tragedy or Travesty from the conceptart.org and Tablet PC Review forums. Just talking to you guys on the forums, but going to do a further review of the x230t. Just questions about the drawing capabilities of it for an artist's perspective. So this is my setup kind of thing going on here. This is my main computer for the meanwhile. Just saving on to get a new one, but this has done pretty well for the past 7 months ish. I've been doing most of my projects on this, freelance animation and whatnot, so it's been quite good. Haven't had any major hiccups to it yet, which is always nice. I've got it hooked up with a Razer Nostromo, which is really awesome for Photoshop in particular. I've been using it with Flash as well. Really, they're the main two programs I've been using for the past few months with my work. But no, it's been awesome, and it's paid itself off tenfold and has made the whole process so much quicker. Apologies for the quality of this. This is been filmed with my mobile because my video camera there is still needing a lens. So yeah, money is always a pain in the ass. Alright, so some questions about how the pen and everything works. I've been using a UP817E, which is a older Wacom pen from the 15 inch Cintiqs from way back. I've also got this is the one from the Lenovo itself, but I don't really like it all that much. I find it's very it's lacking in pressure sensitivity. You don't get as many levels, I find. I don't really know how to say it, but I feel I've got more control over the larger pen. But I'll keep it out to show you guys what I mean. I've also got the pen from the Fujitsu Lifebook, which is awesome. It's also got great pressure sensitivity, just like the this one here, but I've got large hands and a larger pen's bigger. You've also got two buttons on this pen along with that one there. The one that comes with the x230t only has one button, which is a pain in the ass, but it's alright. So the pens respectively are pretty good though. So one of the questions is the tracking with the pen, with the edge drift. So if I've got it here, you see there's it's offset a little bit. But it's okay. It's only it's about 4 to 5 millimeters, which some you might be a bit pissed off with it. I really don't go to the edge all too much here. I've got the taskbar hidden, but that's the only reason I go for it. When it comes to drawing, I'm usually drawing in this general area here. The edge drift at the top isn't too bad. It's pretty. Oh no, it is. Yeah, it's. Oh, sorry. This is pretty bad too. So it's about 8 millimeters, which is a bit crap. And again to the down here, it's onto what the. This is the right hand side, but I've got my tablet upside down, so it makes it the left hand side if you've got it in normal laptop mode. But then on the bottom here, it's spot on. So it's the top of it really. So just to make it easier to understand, I'll just spin it around. Okay. There we go. So that's how I normally work with it. So So tracking like here is okay-ish. Oh no, it's like what, 5-ish millimeters off point, which it's a bit of a pain, but it's okay. You can live with it. Up top, you've got it's actually spot on. So this is usually the bottom of my screen, and it's always good. So when it comes to like making a new layer or whatever in Photoshop, it's quite good because the button for the new layer is really small. I've got the edge on the right hand side here. It's about a couple of mils. You can figure it out yourself. But in the center, it's fine. This whole general area, it's quite spot on. So yeah. Flip back around. So this is the brightest that the screen goes. So we'll be doing that. So I'll do we'll do some drawing in here. And I'll just put the normal brushes on for you guys to, that's the ones you use. Shit. Okay. Reset brushes. Cool. Sorry. Okay, reset brushes to the ones we all know and love. Okay, so I usually work full screen, so the thing's fucking up now. Beautiful. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back now. No, the Wacom driver wasn't stuffing up, it was the Photoshop brushes. I'm just not used to the default ones, and it just, whatever that one was, it just doesn't register to the pressure sensitivity. So that's okay. So I'm just going to use my own default brushes for now, just so we can all understand I know what I'm doing really. So this is the what was it, UP817E pen. So I'll give you a look at how it goes here. So it's got a lot of pressure variance. This is the one that came with the x230t. Yeah, it's okay, but you don't have as much pressure control, I find. And see that I'm using the same level of pressure I was for the other pen. Yeah, I don't know, it's just odd. And this is the Fujitsu Lifebook pen. Yeah, it's very similar, so they're both very good pens. Yeah, just the one that comes with the x230t is rubbish in my opinion. Some other people might like it. I honestly hate it, and it's just there as a backup if I am really desperate, but most part I never use it. So I'm working on a A4 canvas here, just for simplicity. So we've got like the brush size here is 19 pixels, and we've got no lag. The power settings are on high performance. I don't really care for the battery life when I'm out about. I'd rather it go good. But battery life on high performance, I usually get between, get around 4 hours. And that's alright. I'm pretty happy with that. But it's got the removable battery, so if you've got a spare, which I've got one coming in the mail, it makes it longer. But, you can get more life if you just dim the screen and whatnot. So we've got the brush at 19-ish pixels, and there's no lag whatsoever. This is pretty much just a standard round brush at with pressure sensitivity. Let's go 400 pixels. Still no lag. You can just see the spacing there. Let's just go to 5,000 pixels. There you go. You got lag. But I don't really expect anyone to use a brush size that big. So let's go to 825. Still no lag, which is awesome. Let's go with something a bit more textured. Still no noticeable lag, which I'm happy with. Sorry. Cool. Alright, let's. It's very difficult to figure out which screen I want to look at, the phone or the laptop or tablet. Yeah. So far there's, I don't really notice any lag in Photoshop. I don't generally paint with a brush this big. But it's okay. So this is 900 pixels on a textured brush. I don't really paint the big. Probably the highest I usually go is 400-ish, and there's no noticeable lag. Yeah, so take that as you will. Alright, we'll try Art Rage because just you guys have asked for it. So I've got an oil brush here. Let's make it brush size 100. So I've got a square oil brush. No lag. This is just like this is 13 or 66 by 768 here, but I'll make a larger one because Steve B has requested it. So we'll go 3000 by 3000 and 300 resolution. Okay, so the oil brush at 100 and the zoom at 26. There's no lag. If we zoom in to 100% oil brush, no lag. So this is a 3000 by 3000 at 300 canvas. Now you want the watercolor brush. Again, I don't really use the watercolor brush. I'm mainly doing the oil painting or oil brush when I'm in here. So we'll give it a shot. No lag at 100% of the canvas or 100% of the pen. But let's make it obscenely large. Let's just go, I think you're wanting 400, so we'll try 400 and see what that's like. So it's at 400. At 100 you get mild lag, very mild. We'll try 50%. Yeah, you got a bit of lag there. And we'll zoom out more to 25%. Yeah, there's a little lag. So yeah, it's dependent on what zoom level, what zoom percentage you're at. I don't really think I'd be at this percentage much, maybe between 50 and 100% most of the time. That's okay. Alright, let's just try something obscenely large. Let's go to 600 just to do. Oh no, we can't go 600. We got 500. All right, so that's cool. So yeah, lots of lag. Then we'll try it 100% of the canvas. Yeah, there's lag, but yeah, it's okay. We'll try the palette knife. So 100% zoom and 100% the size of the palette knife with a 100% loading, and yeah. I'll just mix some colours together. Yeah, that's okay. There's no lag there in my opinion. But we're at 25% now. That's good. No lag. So 100% with the palette knife and 25% with the canvas. Let's bring the palette knife up a bit. Sorry about the autofocus and everything here. Best I can do at this current time. But yeah, you got a bit of lag at full 100% with the palette knife at 25%. Zoom. So we'll go to 100% at a 400% brush size, and you've got no lag, but we'll mix some colours, and you've got a little bit of lag, very slight. I think it's still workable. Yeah, I'd be fine with that, but I never really use a brush that big. But yeah. I'll try with Painter. I really don't use Painter. I'm mainly using Photoshop and ArtRage. So I'm still learning Painter. Can't help you there. If you ask any questions, I haven't a clue. So I'm just going to do those settings there. I'll see how it goes. Yeah, again, I haven't a clue how to work this all that well. It's a very different user interface. It's something I would like to learn, and it seems to be alright, but I haven't gone in depth with this at all, so I'm just going to leave it at that. We've got things like My Paint, which is an awesome free little open source program, which is a lot of fun for sketching, and I love the B pencil tool in this. It's beautiful. So yeah, it's just a really clean little program that you can use well for sketching really quick. Yeah, so I'm not going to draw anything because it's very hard to concentrate through a screen, looking at a screen. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I've got this hooked up to two external monitor here as well, just because I think it might be useful. Other reviews besides doing art, music, don't listen to any form of metal on this. It's depressing as hell. The speaker quality, crap. But if you want to listen to anything that's softer, you'll be right. I mainly listen to metal, so I've pretty much always got headphones on with this because the speakers are so shit. So not too great. There's a lot of the bass that you just can't hear in this. Yeah, oh good. But if you want to listen to something a bit more chilled, it's quite nice. Same with watching movies, it's good. The only thing is there is some backlight bleeding, which I'll show you in a second. But if you're watching a dark film at night, you will notice a bit of the backlight bleed, but nothing really much. So yeah. Just trying to think of what else I can show you. The Wi-Fi when closed, when I'm in tablet mode like this, is bollocks. I've got it hooked up with a USB, I don't know, antenna, whatever, and it's good. It's just internet's really slow and laggy whenever in tablet mode. I think it's just because the antennas are behind the screen. Don't really know. It's a pain in the ass, but it's not the end of the world. I got this for relatively cheap, 850 Australian dollars, about 6, 7, 8 months ago, somewhere around there. So that's good. At the time, they were 2,200 Australian dollars new. I wasn't complaining. I've upgraded the RAM to 16 gig, and it's made everything a bit better. Mainly just for After Effects. That's the main reason why I upgraded the RAM. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty solid machine. I can't complain too much. The Express card port here, I haven't a clue what's wrong with it, but it doesn't work too well. But I'll look into it a bit further. I wouldn't mind a HDMI port on it, but nothing I can do now. But I can just get the display port adapter. But this thing's got cables coming from all ends, which isn't all that pleasant. I'm considering getting an ultra bass dock for it, but doesn't seem that useful for the money I'd pay for it. But that might change in the future. I might be able to get one cheap on eBay or something. So yeah, I'll leave you guys be for now. I'll come to a Stone Seekers requested that I set the screen to all black and go sit in a dark room to check out the image, the backlight bleeding. So I'll go sit in the closet and show you that zone because it's daylight now, and I'm not going to get a dark room. But just because I'll show you this here. View. Okay. So you can't really see any backlight bleeding there. Just turn this lamp and the monitor off, and there you go. So you get a bit of backlight bleed just down here. So this is the when in laptop mode. This is the top left. Sorry. So that's okay-ish. But I'll show you in a minute when I go into a darker room. Right. Okay, so I'm full screen in a darker room with Photoshop open. So I've got a bit of light bleeding, black backlight bleeding here, which is the, when in laptop mode, is the bottom left. So in fact, I'll just flip it around. So this is the screen you'll see in laptop mode. We've got some light bleeding on the bottom left, and some along the bottom right. Nice long strip on the top right and the top left corner. But really, it's a pain in the ass, but really it doesn't concern me all that much. You do get used to it. It's just one of those things, until tablet PC makers get their shit together. Yeah, that's okay though. I just remembered I'll do a video of what the touch looks like in a second too. Yeah, alright. The touch control is something I don't really use myself. It's a pain in the ass. When drawing and touch is on, the brush goes a bit sporadic. I should also note that with this machine, that when drawing, I've got to have disabled the mouse touchpad. Otherwise the cursor just jumps all over the place. It took me a while to figure this out. I thought I had to make like a shielding, like maybe a thicker piece of cloth or something, but behind the screen and the keyboard. But yeah, it turns out it was the mouse touchpad, so I just disable it every time I'm drawing or painting, and it works perfectly. So I'll enable touch just so you can check it out. It's quite responsive-ish. Yeah. Let's do some painting in Art Rage. Yeah. Yeah, but this is more of a gimmick to me. I really don't use it. I might use it when I'm reading a PDF or whatever. But it's not that good. But someone else might have a use for it. What else can I show you? Nothing. Nothing I can think of. The build quality of this is pretty decent. So I'll just turn the lights back on. The backlight keyboard is a nice feature. So control 2 taps, or 1 or 2 taps of the spacebar. Awesome. Keyboard's a pleasure to use. No problems about that. These little raised bally bits, which for the middle mouse are good, but they're a pain in the ass, and they made a little scratch on the screen, which I can't see showing up on the video, but there's a very fine scratch, about 5mm, probably about 7mm long, about half a millimeter thick, but it's a pain in the ass when I first noticed it. But that's fine. Yeah. Let's see. The buttons there are good. You got power, lock, screen rotation comes in good use. Only turns one way, which it has its moments where you wish you could turn it or swivel it around both directions. This is the Core i5-3320M version with 16 gigabytes RAM at 1600 megahertz. Screen resolution 1366 by 768, with the stock 320 gigabyte hard drive at 7200 RPM. I plan on chucking a mSATA SSD in this, just to put the operating system and programs on, to make it quicker, and just have the hard drive for storage. But overall, the speed's okay. It takes a little while to boot up, but that's just because of the hard drive. I did a 3D Mark benchmark here for you, Stone Seeker, so check it out. I'll also post whatever the Windows experience thingo as well, and whatever specs I can. Any more questions, just add it in the comment section below, and I will try and answer it for you best I can. And I might be able to do a further video review dealio for you. Enjoy.